John and Abigail Adams. Abigail Smith was born into a very political family. Her father was a liberal minister and was well respected in their community. Smith was often ill as a child and received no formal education, but her mother taught her and her sisters to read and write, as well as some basic arithmetic, math. Abigail also took advantage of her father's and grandfather's huge personal libraries. She read and studied literature in both French and English. She met John Adams, a country lawyer, when she was 15. They married 4 years later in 1764. John Adams was the Boston lawyer for the defense of the British soldiers in the Boston Massacre. His cousin was Samuel Adams, founder of the Sons of Liberty Patriot Group. John was an educated man and had a different nature than his cousin Samuel. He believed in laws and reasoning. This steadiness led him to being elected as a delegate to the Continental Congress in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Adams was away from his family for a very long time while Congress was in session. He and his wife Abigail wrote letters to each other during this time. The letters still exist. Adams confided in his wife his thoughts and political hopes for the new country. Abigail, smart and well spoken, shared her views in her writings, which supported Adams in Congress. Adams often asked for her advice and opinions. Abigail became his most trusted confidant throughout his political career. The two were also separated for much of the Revolutionary War. John Adams continued his work with the Continental Congress and was also sent to serve as a diplomat in Europe. With their 5 young children, Abigail kept up the small family farm outside of Boston during the war. She also took responsibility for the family's money and investments. John and Abigail continued to write to each other. Through their letters, we get firsthand accounts of the conditions of a nation at war, as well as the workings of a government in war. We also learn the hardships of families who had to be separated during the war. In spite of these trials, we can read in John and Abigail Adams' letters their continued trust in one another and their support for the cause of independence.